As indicated, my topic is on the impact of information communication technology on crop marketing in agriculture sector in Zambia. The background to this study is that this paper gives an account of the extent to which information communication technology is meeting crop marketing in the agriculture sector in Zambia. The role of information communication technology plays addressing challenges and personal devices such as mobile phones or tablets, personal computers are becoming more widely important. Information communication technology embedded in broader stakeholder systems can bring about economic development and growth as it helps bridge critical knowledge gaps. Statement of the problem is that crop marketing and processing accounts for about 50 to 70% of the total cost paid by consumers in Southern Africa. Due to various reasons in the past, marketing of agricultural crops in Zambia was neglected. Information on crop marketing rarely reaches farmers. Most often, studies of information communication technology have underscored their effect on general socio-economic welfare. However, little attention has been paid to the extent to which information communication technology is meeting crop marketing in the agriculture sector in Zambia, despite its wide publication. There is equally scarce empirical evidence at best of the extent to which information communication technology is meeting crop marketing in the agriculture sector in Zambia. The objective of the study was to establish the extent to which information communication technology is meeting crop marketing in the agriculture sector. My research question was, to what extent is information communication technology meeting information in the agriculture sector? I used the rational and alignment theories to this study to help me understand this study. Rational and alignment theories were chosen because they are considered relevant to information communication technology and crop marketing, which is a form of decision-making process. Collins 2006 agrees that rational models in their intuitive sense and theoretical manner are a suitable fit for the purpose of arriving at appropriate means to a given end as they contribute to the growth of knowledge in crop marketing. And that is the theoretical framework which I used. The literature review, a large and growing body of literature was investigated on information communication technology. According to Mendes and Young 2003, information communication technology is an umbrella term that includes radio, television, mobile phone, internet, electronic money transfer. The study reviewed literature on ICT in Zambia and the global marketing environment. It also looked at crop marketing in Africa at large. It also looked at infrastructure. The literature review further reviewed that farmers and traders in crop marketing could be enhanced by improving the ICT infrastructure and coming up with suitable policies. Other factors which were found to influence the performance of ICT were the cost of the information communication technology, which is ever increasing and difficult for developing nations, especially in Africa, to be updated in various technologies. Then the research gap. While the literature review highlighted the importance of information communication technology in crop marketing, there was no literature that highlighted on the extent to which information communication technology and its importance of introducing crop marketing in poor rural areas in Zambia has enhanced knowledge in that area. The methodology that was used, this study combined both questionnaire survey and qualitative methods. Field surveys were also conducted in one surplus and one deficit province of crop production. Northern Province was selected as a surplus province and Lusaka Province as a deficit province. Lusaka Province, which mainly consists of the city of Lusaka, is a destination of surplus crops from other provinces. The total population for the 3 districts and 6 camps under study was 7,840, whereas the sample size was 290. To facilitate site selection, the study relied on the agricultural administrative demarcations that were provided by the Ministry of Agriculture. Questionnaires were used for farmers, semi-structured interviews were used for agriculture extension workers. In-depth interviews were used for Ministry of Agriculture officials at headquarters and Zambia National Farmers Union officials. Focused group discussions were also used for farmers. A total of 207 farmers was interviewed, 70 in Imbala, 64 in Mungwi, and 73 in Kasama. 24 agriculture extension workers and 50 traders were also interviewed in 4 agriculture officials at the Ministry of Agriculture headquarters, and 5 National Farmers Union officials were also interviewed. To discuss the findings, the research focused on Kasama, Mungwi, Mbala, and Usaga districts. Of the 12 questionnaires used to the farmers, 207 were indicating a percentage of 97.6% response out of 100%. Of the 50 questionnaires used to crop marketing traders, 50 were retrieved indicating 100% response, and 4 Ministry of Agriculture officials at headquarters and 5 National Farmers Union officials also responded accordingly. Specifically, questionnaires were administered to a total of 207 farmers, namely 70 in Imbala, 64 in Mungwi, and 73 in Kasama. Besides, 24 agriculture extension workers and 50 traders were also interviewed. This also included 4 agriculture officials at Ministry of Agriculture headquarters. The findings, the themes indicated in this response are summarized in the table given below. Farmers were asked to list down sources of market information, and the results are as presented down below. The table in table 2 is quite revealing in several ways. Farmers were receiving market information mainly from fellow farmers were 83.6%, those receiving from relatives were 54.1%, and from the traders were 40.6%. Nevertheless, a considerable number of respondents, 24.6%, used mobile phones to get market information, while farmers who received information through radio, newspapers, and primary societies were 56.9%. The results above show that at least ICT was well integrated in farmers' activities. One of the agriculture officials bemoaned that for the past few years, mobile phones have become part and parcel of their daily life. It has become an essential part of business. Mobile phones provide great assistance to farmers by giving the opportunity to have access to information and technology. The findings of this study agree with those of the study by Kemp and Okra 2005 that revealed that inventors of the Palm Pilot and Chief Technology Officer for Pilot hypothesized that mobile phones will become part of the digital life. The conclusion to this study is that the evidence presented in this study suggests that information communication technology is an important strategic innovation that can successfully drive down costs in crop marketing. However, it was acknowledged that information communication technology for crop marketing in rural farming communities has its own challenges. A number of factors constrain the spread of information communication technology, include cost of information communication technology and also availability, knowledge, and reliability. Lack of electricity and investment in ICT infrastructure in Northern Province is a limiting factor against spreading of information communication technology. The study further established that many marketing facilities and ICT infrastructures were ordinarily inadequate in Northern Province of Zambia. Local authorities generally did not have clear policies on developing these facilities to meet their farmers and traders' future needs. The policy implication to this study is that the result of this study indicates that the Zambian government's encouragement of liberalized crop marketing among its rural population could be helped by using appropriate information communication technology. The country's level of using information communication technology and consequently economic prosperity can be enhanced by raising the farmers and traders' awareness through education and training in ICT. Some farmers and traders who have some form of knowledge in information communication technology can generate their own prices as a group and set at a targeted value and notify others by either email or text message when the markets are favorable. This is the end of my presentation.
Yeah, Mr. John. So now the session is open for queries by the participants. So
yeah,
participants, you can just type in the queries in the comment box. Dear participants, we're just waiting for your queries. All right. So
yeah,
Mr. John,
I can't get any.
Like you have done the literature review, right? No, you have done your literature review.
I can't get you that question.
If you, yeah, can you hear us?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Mr.
Yes.
Yeah. So in your literature,
I did my literature.
In your literature review, what is the 2 important papers that you relate with your current study, which have impact in your research work? No, you've done your literature review, right? In the literature review, which are the two important papers that have impact in your research?
First and foremost, in the literature review that I looked at, what I saw was that according to Hopkins, indicated that for the coming near future, this information technology, communication technology, such as the mobile phones, will become part of our daily lives. But then, looking at the rate at which this information communication technology is being utilized in rural parts of our country, most of the farmers are quite illiterate. They are not able to use these gadgets. They need training and education. Yes, they have it and they have access to it. It's available now, but most of them are just limited to just communication, audio voice communication. They are not able to go in deeply into it to be able to get the required intended purposes. Like for example, they are not able to do the conferencing that we are doing because of illiteracy levels. And also what I learned was that the infrastructure in Northern Province actually is quite remote. It's not yet developed to that extent of supporting this technology as at now because of the cost implications therein. So the government should come in to improve this infrastructure. And as at now, in this country, we have challenges of power. There's a lot of power outages in so much that people are not able to use these gadgets because of power outages.
Yeah, Mr. John. So we have one more question from Mr. Kelvin. So like he wants to know which part of Zambia is this research conducted?
This research was conducted in Northern Province. Northern Province, before its demarcation, was the largest province in Zambia. It's one of the largest rural province in Zambia. It was conducted in Northern Province. And the districts that I specifically looked at were Kasama, Mbala, Amungwi, and the Luwingu districts.
All right. Mr. John, what I see is from your topic is that you have chosen the information communication technology. It deals with corporate marketing and agricultural sector in Zambia. Okay, my question is this. You see, like you have chosen this corporate marketing and agricultural sector. You have connected with information communication, that is information technology. That's fine. Actually, it's fine. Is this for the end product? Is this information technology used for this end product selling? Like how this e-commerce has been sustaining in the market. Actually, you know the concept of e-commerce, like online marketing and online sales and all these things happening. No, is that kind of stuff what you have chosen?
Yeah. The use of this, what I was trying to see was, like information communication technology devices like a mobile phone. Before the coming of this, actually, a mobile phone in our country is a new technology. So before the coming of this technology, farmers had to walk long distances to find, just to search for information, to find out maybe the prices of their commodity, the prices of maize. But now with the coming of this information communication technology, farmers are able to call even their relatives. Like for example, if they want to trade in maize from Mbala, Mbala is about 1,000 kilometers from Lusaka. They are able, just at the click of a button, call their relatives to find out how the pricing systems are in Lusaka. So it's kind of it's in a way it cuts down on the cost of traveling. Instead of a trader traveling to find from one place to another to find out how the prices are doing, they are able just to use it by just clicking the button. They are able to find out the price of certain commodities, in essence. So my study actually was trying to find out to what extent is this information communication technology being used, and how, to what extent is it impacting on the lives of rural farmers as well as the traders.
Thank you, Mr. John. Thank you.
In the urban.
Yeah, so John, we have one more question. Like, considering your findings that most of the farmers access crop marketing information from either friends or relatives, are there plans to develop an application that could ensure that ICT is fully utilized in crop marketing in the country?
For sure, yes. That is part of my recommendation, to develop some platforms or even some softwares where farmers can use and perhaps network using the same, using appropriate information communication technology.
So one more question is like, has a similar study been done previously? Are you able to describe the trend in the level of use, increase or decrease, and any types of are getting more popular?
Yeah, previously there hasn't been any studies that has been done, particularly in Zambia and Northern Province, on this same topic.
Alright. So why did you only use Northern Province out of all the provinces in Zambia? So that's also a question.
Yeah, why I used Northern Province? First and foremost, Northern Province is one of the remote provinces in the country. And the Northern Province, being in Regional 3, is a high rainfall belt where a lot of crops are grown. I got some statistics from Minister of Agriculture which indicated that Northern Province is one of the highest crop producers. And I also got some statistics that Lusaka is actually a crop deficit, where most of the provinces around the country sell their crops. So I chose Northern Province because it's one of the highest crop surplus, and Lusaka is a crop deficit.
Hello. So, one more question: who had the strongest influence in the development of your subject area? Hello.
I can't get the next question.
No, I'm just asking which had the strongest influence in development of your subject area. No,
Come
which
again?
had the strongest influence in the development of your subject area?
Of course, in consultation with my core guides, and also looking at what is obtaining in terms of crop marketing, because crops is actually it's a matter of survival for food security and also for economic development in terms of a form of employment, especially for the youth. So I thought developing this model or looking at this kind of research, it can be helpful for the country in the sense that when we streamline crop marketing, we cut down on certain unnecessary costs. Just as I indicated, the cost of production, when we talk about, it's about marketing accounts for about 50 to about 70% of the cost of production. So that actually influenced the study.
All right.
This
So
study.
one more question is like you used sample size of 207. Do you think that this is reflective or representative of the population of the farming sector in Zambia?
No, the total population that I looked at was about 7,000 in that in that part of region. It's actually representative. Looking at the population in that region for farmers, it was about 7,000.
Okay. So what?
And I just sampled 207. It's quite representative actually.
So
And also looking at the traders, it is quite representative.
okay. Hello. So what could be the immediate action required to address this issue before looking at the infrastructure?
Before looking at infrastructure, first and foremost, I indicated that most of the farmers in that region are quite illiterate. And people need to be conscientized on the usage of these devices, because having a device which one cannot use is also another. So for you to appreciate the benefit of that device, you need kind of literacy. And when you are trained in the proper usage of those new devices, you are able to get the full benefit of it. So first and foremost, I think before infrastructure development, I would suggest that people are conscientized on how to use these devices. Then of course, infrastructure is also very important, because without proper infrastructure, then there can't be proper communication. Here we are, we've been trying to get through to you, but because of certain challenges in the same infrastructure, we were not able to, we have had certain challenges, I think you have noted, as we communicate to you. It is actually due to poor infrastructure development. So firstly, we need to be conscientized, we need to be literate in how we use these devices. And secondly, also, of course, we need to develop the infrastructure so that we enable and we tap the full benefits of it.
All right. So how much impact is your findings will have in the subject area?
It's still an ongoing process. We are still analyzing data, and I'm sure it has a lot of impact. I can't ascertain now, but it's still an ongoing process.
Okay, how long your contributions can make it to the development of this particular area?
I couldn't get the.
No,
the
how long is your contributions to this subject area will prolong?
As I indicated, I haven't seen any form of study in this area, so I'm sure the findings of this study will be presented to the policy makers, and they can utilize some of the recommendations that we have done in this same study.
All right. Okay, John, thank you. That was a good presentation and good defense. So now participants, the session is open for polling. So you can rate the presentation of Mr. John. So the polling screen is turned on. You can just give in your ratings now. Thank you, Mr. John. That was a nice presentation. Thank you. Congratulations on the good work.